I am live on Substack, and this is, I think, my second attempt to do this. I feel like the first one, it was just me talking to myself. So if you're here, give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know. Um, and we can talk all about intuition and how it is our most underutilized superpower and we don't use it enough, right? So type in the comments if you're listening. Let me know how often you use your intuition on a scale of 1 to 10. Do you use your intuition all the time, which is a 10? Or do you struggle to know if you have your intuition intact and you're able to listen to it, which means you're more at a 1? So 1 to 10, where are you at in using your intuition? One being rarely, and I don't even know if it's my intuition or not, and 10 being I use it all the time. So let me know in the comments, type in the chat. I don't even know if I can see your comments, but hopefully I will be able to because this is only my second time doing a live on Substack. And the first time I did it, it was just me by myself. So hopefully today there's more people on here. And if you're here, give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know. All right. So we're talking about intuition today, right? Intuition is something that sometimes people think is out there. It is, hard to tap into. So I wanted to give you all some tools on how you can start to listen to your intuition more. So the first thing I'll say is that it is like a muscle, right? So if it is a muscle, that means you got to use it more to build it, right? To make it stronger. So how do we use our intuition? And sometimes we think of intuition as this, big scary thing that we have to learn how to do. But what if you started with something small, right? Like, I want to call a friend of mine today. Who do I feel like calling? And then just take a deep breath. And as you release it, think about what name popped up in your mind. It could be as simple as someone, in your family or in your neighborhood or, someone who you lost touch with a while ago, but their name just popped up in your mind. So let's try that again, right? Let's take a minute, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and think about the one person that you need to connect with. What is the name that pops up in your mind? And you might be surprised, as I am many times when I reach out to this person whose name pops up in my head, that they will invariably tell me that, oh my God, I'm so glad you reached out. I've really been meaning to talk to you. And it's almost always it happens, right? And it may not happen for you right away. So you might have to keep trying it, where every day you pause for a few seconds, maybe first thing in the morning, right? And then you ask yourself, who do I need to reach out to today? Who do I need to connect with today? And see if a name pops up. And if it doesn't, don't be disappointed because this is what we do. We're experts at doing, and we forget that we're actually human beings. And so if we could be a little more instead of do all the time, we might get more intuitive hits. Okay, so that's number one, is to practice and use the muscle more and more and start small, right? The second thing that I want you to think about when you're trying to use your intuition is, am I facing a lot of chaos and clutter in my mind? Is there a lot of chaos in my mind, right? So if there's a lot of chaos and clutter in your mind, it's going to be hard for that intuitive message to come through, right? So that's the second thing is how can you declutter your mind? And that's the deep work that I do with my clients when I work with them, either one-on-one or in my group coaching programs. And basically what that means is just taking a pulse of what's going on in your mind. What are you feeling today? Right now, let's do it together, right? What are some thoughts that are going around in your mind? Are they like just circling thoughts of worry or doubt or fear or insecurity or lack? Um, Try to classify those thoughts, right? Are they negative thoughts? Are they positive thoughts? Are they uplifting? Are they bringing you down? And just that act of taking stock can make you realize, oh, I don't need to spend my energy in this space. And as you develop that awareness and you realize that, okay, I'm just going to take stock of what I'm feeling. What are my thoughts? And then I'm going to let go, right? I'm going to let go what I can't hold on to anymore, what's too heavy. I'm going to let go of what doesn't serve me anymore. I'm just going to let go because me carrying this burden of these thoughts is too much. And it's not allowing me to listen to my own voice, which is very powerful and which is really the best guidance you can ever get because you can ask all the experts in the world. But if you have that gut feeling telling you which way to go, that is priceless, right? Because nothing is more customized and personalized for you than your own voice on the inside. So, if you have any questions as I'm talking and I'm sharing about intuition, tell me in the comments where you are 1 to 10, 1 being, I don't even know what intuition is, and 10 being, I use it all the time, every single day. So, when I started this journey, for me, it started when I got initiated as a medium. And it took me a while to kind of tap into this. Without doubting myself, without wondering if it was me or it's just my thoughts or if it's really my intuition. And it took a while before I could finally say, yeah, that's my intuition, all right. Because sometimes it would give me messages that would be against my logic or against how I would normally think. And when that came true, it was like I couldn't deny it, right? I had to believe it. And so yes, you have to use intuition to build the muscle. Yes, you have to declutter the mind so you can allow for that voice to be heard. It's like imagine if you had like a Beethoven playing on one side, and you had some sort of rap playing on the other side, and then you have jazz playing here, and then you have pop music playing here, and you have a monk meditating in the middle, and you're trying to listen to the monk and what he's chanting, but you have all of this jazz and rap and pop and, all of this music playing loud. So how would you hear the monk? You would have to shut down all the other sounds in order to hear him, right? And then you would be able to connect with him. So it's the same thing with intuition. You have to take some time to declutter what's going on first. And the funny thing is, when you declutter the mind on a continuous basis, your intuition just seems to be there. It's just there. It's just so easy, right? It's just so available to us. But when we're cluttered and when we have all those other sounds going on, it becomes so difficult to hear that intuitive voice, right? So it's still there. It's there inside of you. I guarantee you it's there. It might be a whisper in the middle of all the other loud noises, right? So, what can we do to tap into that more and more? So, if you're just joining, tell me in the comments 1 to 10 where you are in your intuition journey. Are you at, I don't even know what that means, at 1? Or are you at 10 where you're tapping into it all the time? Or are you somewhere in the middle and there's no judgment, right? It's just awareness. Because if you're not aware of what needs to change, we're never going to be able to change it, right? So I hope I am talking to somebody here because I can't tell if anybody's joining. So this happened the last time too. Okay, somebody's here. Hi, Rachel. 8. It's a great tool, but it took time. Yeah, that's what I was saying about my journey too. It takes a while to get there, right? But it's just like going to the gym and working out and lifting weights. Like you don't lift 100 pounds on your first day. You don't lift a 50 pounds on your first day, right? You start with 5-pound weights. You start with 10-pound weights and you build your way up. So a lot of my analogies go back to the gym because, I've been a personal trainer and a nutrition coach and I've spent many years in the gym. And so, we're doing that now inside Align, which is my gym for mental and emotional fitness. And really, I think that we've been taught to work on our intellect so much. And we haven't been taught to pay attention to our feelings and our beliefs and our thoughts as much as we have on all the other intellectual pieces of us, right? The physical body. Like we've learned how to work out the physical body so much, so well, but we haven't been trained to understand the emotional, mental body. So, my hope with Align is to bring you facilitators. Rachel is one of them, and she's here today. And we want to help you train your mind to use the power that it has. We want to help you, build emotional resiliency. We want to give you a safe space to process and feel emotions that you might have even forgotten about. We want to give you an opportunity to laugh and release some of the stuff. We want to give you, the option to be creative in some of those classes. So it's a great way to reconnect with your body, with your mind, with your soul. And so if that's something that you're looking for, hey, Sandra, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you here. Sandra's another one of our facilitators, and she runs the Befriend Your Emotions class on Monday evenings. So we have some amazing people on board. And it's so funny. I was being reminded in one of the sessions how I had put on my vision board like 5 to 10 years ago. Full moon today. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. I know I feel the energy of the moon. This is the first time I'm actually like feeling it. We just finished tapping with Karina and it was so powerful. Um, but yeah, so what was I saying? I lost my train of thought, of course. But I'm so glad you guys are here and I'm not talking to myself. Yay. But yeah, so Align is, yeah, I was talking about my vision board and how about I want to say 5, 7 years ago, maybe even before COVID, I had this vision board and, everybody was putting their beach house and their yachts and their what was the other thing? Oh, vacations. And, I did that too. I put vacations, I put travel because that's something I love. But I remember thinking, like, I just want to make impact, right? And I want to have a community while I do that. And now with Align, that's what we've created. I have this beautiful community that for me, selfishly, I love it, right? For me, it's been great. I get to attend all of these beautiful modalities every single week. I get to, work out my mind, my mental, emotional fitness every single day. And it's been so rewarding just for me. So I know that the members who have never done this kind of work are loving it as well. I had one member say to me yesterday, she was like, I didn't even know I was missing these kind of sessions. Like, I need them so much. We've had tears, we've had laughter, we've had fun, all kinds of beautiful things happen in there. But yeah, back to intuition, right? If you struggle with your intuition, if it's something that you're not quite sure, I would, our instinct, our conditioned instinct is to run outside for help, right? Run outward and ask other people, go to professionals, go to experts, go to all of these trained, qualified people for help. And that's great, right? But I'm telling you, your intuition is your best, best, best ally and your best teacher. And if you don't trust your intuition enough, you're missing out. You're missing out on some power inside of you that can give you the best guidance possible, right? Like I remember when I was signing up for a business coaching program or when I was looking for a speaker organization to help me with my speaking. I had 4 or 5 options on the outside, right? When I talked to people, they were like, try this, oh, try that, oh, you should go to these guys. They know what they're doing. And it wasn't until I felt it on the inside that, oh, this is the place that's calling my name. Or this is the course that I need to do, or this is the business coach I need to work with. I didn't take action until I felt it inside. And when I felt it inside, I went ahead and took action on the outside, right? But when when we can't connect with that inner wisdom, we're kind of always second guessing our choices, right? Because I remember before I started doing this, I would always feel like, Did I make the right choice? Did I not? Did I do it right? Did I not? What if I could have done better? And then I would have FOMO. What if I could have done this or done that? Like I apply this everywhere now. Like even if I go for a networking meeting, I remember I was at a networking meeting last month, just around this time, and there was 25 of us, I think, in a big circle, and they were doing quick intros. And then after the meeting ended, there was a woman standing right across from me, all the way across in the circle. And I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to go and talk to her. So I walked up to her straight and it was just so organic now. Like for me now, it's like second nature, right? I don't think about it as much. But I'm sharing this experience to show you the value of tapping into intuition, right? So I walk up to her and I say hello. This was the first time I was meeting her. And she immediately says to me, "Aren't you the medium?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she says, she goes on to tell me how her husband had passed a few years ago. And, she didn't used to believe in mediums, but then she spoke with one and it started to, make her question her old beliefs. And it's so crazy, right? Like in the whole room, I could have talked to anybody. And I walked up to her and I said hello. And she was like, "I need to connect with you and I need to talk to my husband." So it's, you just never know who needs you and what conversations are important unless like that intuition guided me to her, right? I could have spent the whole time strategically trying to talk to somebody, and go around the room, and I could have missed out on talking to her. And this happens to me in so many different places, in so many different meetings where I will go up to the one or two people that I need to connect with. And I'm perfectly satisfied with that, right? Because I know I'm being guided to speak with them. So it saves you time. It saves you energy. Like, I don't wanna be talking to 25 people. It's a lot. Like, I love people, but, there's a lot of energy being drained in the process of connecting with every single person. And so if I can tap into my intuition and go to the one person or the two people that I need to connect with and connect with them at a deep human level, I think that's more rewarding than talking to 25 people and coming back with a headache. And it's, it could be your jam where you like to talk to everybody and get to know everybody, but I just think over time I have realized that less is more. And one to two people is better than, trying to have a shallow connection with so many. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions, any concerns, any experiences that you want to share. I'd love to hear. All right. So let's recap, right? Let's recap. What are you going to do to work that intuition muscle? Number one, declutter that mind. Okay, what's going on in there? Observe, release what needs to be released. Whatever's not serving you, let it go. Just let it go. Don't hold on to it. It's doing nothing for you, right? And you don't know for a fact that whatever you're worried about is going to happen. A lot of times our worries are about, things that we assume might happen. So, you know what I say about assuming? If you're going to assume the best. So, how can you switch whatever worst you're assuming to the best? Because you don't know. It hasn't happened yet, right? You don't know whether it might turn into the best experience possible. You might have the best outcome, not the worst. So, retrain your brain to build neurons on the positive side and shut down those negative neurons. So as you do that, you'll make space. As you make space, that intuition will come in. As you hear that little whisper, follow it. Start with small things. And then as you build that muscle more and more, you will start to hear it louder and louder. All right. So I hope this was helpful. This is me trying out live on Substack, and I will do this more often now. I have my podcast here on Substack. I have a paid subscriber option, and for my paid subscribers, I'm going to go on live more. But I will also be doing them for everybody. So come back here. And if you haven't checked out my podcast, check it out since you're here on Substack and share this if you think it will help somebody tap into their intuition, right? But yeah, I like to go to the root cause of everything. So I'll tell you the root cause of not being able to hear your intuition is the clutter in your mind. And so you can try all the hacks and you can try all the tips and tricks, but ultimately, when you release the stress and the clutter from your mind, you will automatically start to hear it. Next month, I'm going to come back on and we're going to talk a little bit about manifesting and attracting. And again, I'll tell you the root cause things that will help you get there. And if you're listening and you got intrigued about Align and you want to check it out, I'm still offering the free week passes for a little while longer. And then we have our special rate going on we have about, I think, 5 more spots left at that rate, and then the price goes up. So if you want to join, this is the time to get in on the discounted rate. It's $100 off right now. So we have about 5 more spots. So grab one if you feel inclined to, if you feel called to, if your intuition is telling you to, and you can start by trying out a free week. All right. So thank you for everyone who joined. I now see there's a number there. Look, my eyes are so shot. It says 8 people are here. So beautiful. Um, Let me know if this helped. What's your takeaway? What are you going to try for tapping into your intuition? And if you are getting an intuitive hit, let me know what that was and if it was true or not. All right. And before I go, what I'm going to do is I am going to hold something in my hand and I'm going to do a little intuition test for you. All right. Let's see. I should have thought of that before. Okay. So I have in my hand a post-it. Okay. I'm folding it up. Okay. And I'm holding it in my hand. And I want you to guess what color the post-it is. How about that for a little intuition test, impromptu, right? So I have a post-it in my hand. It's folded up, okay, into 4. So it's a little square post-it. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and see if you can guess the color. And if you have a guess, don't overthink it. Whatever the first color that came to your mind, put it in the chat. And let's see if you're right. And I'll open it up in a few seconds. All right. Deep breath in. Focus your energy on your third eye. If you want, just close your eyes. And the first color that comes to mind. And if you have 2 colors that come to mind, start with 2. It's either this or that. I feel these 2 colors. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of those 2. Let's go. Rachel says yellow. Beautiful. Anybody else have a guess? Red or yellow? Nice. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. And now post-its come in all colors. I have 2 colors, pink and yellow. Beautiful. All right. Anyone else want to guess? It does show me there's 8 people, so don't be shy, people. Take a guess. Let's see. We'll give it 30 more seconds. And then I'm going to reveal what color I'm holding in my hand. And we'll see who got it right. If you didn't get it right, that's okay. It's a practice. It's a harmless practice, right? So we're going to keep practicing until we start getting them right. I love doing these on when I see them online, somewhere pop up, like, all right, let me do it. And then some days I've gotten like 7 out of 8 right. And some days I get like 3 or 4. So it really depends on how much clutter is in my mind too. Even as an intuitive, even as a medium, I can mess up on intuition, right? So it's literally like when you go to the gym, right? Some days you just can lift heavy, 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 and you have a great day. Some days you just can't, because you're tired, your body's tired. So if your mind is tired or cluttered or filled with grief or something like that, your intuition is going to be off, right? But don't be hard on yourself because that's normal. That's okay. That's part of the journey, right? All right. Anyone else want to guess what color post-it I'm holding in my hand? And then I'm going to reveal it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Last guesses, anybody? 3, 2, and 1. It is pink. So Sandra, you were close. Rachel, you were close with the red. So good job, ladies. Good job. It is pink. And yeah, I hope that was fun for you. So this is it. You just practice and practice and practice. So your mind is very powerful. Don't forget that. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Your mind has the power to accomplish so many things. So keep trying to tap into that intuition and keep practicing and let me know. Pink was the first color that came to mind, but you second guessed. Yes, yes, bravo, beautiful. Keep at it, ladies. We all need to keep at it. Like I said, I don't always get it right either, but it's fun. It's fun to do. And I say play with it. Have fun with it. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. And I will try to come back here more often. I don't want to set a schedule because that's going to pressure me, but I will let you guys know via email. So if you haven't subscribed to my podcast, just hit a free subscribe at least, so you'll get to know about the future lives that I do. All right. And if you want to get a paid subscription, then you get more readings and all that fun stuff as well. But thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.